SOS Candidate Forum Series. We're here tonight for the Rich Township Government Forum. This would have included all candidacies. Unfortunately, we didn't have any participants to attend, and so this forum was officially closed. The event was officially closed 5 minutes after 6:30 p.m. Today on March 20th, 2021. However, I will go through what this forum would have looked like had any candidates arrived and participated in it this evening. And details also about some candidates that requested a secondary or a separate date to reschedule because of conflicts. So we would have started out with a reminder to create a voting day plan. Voting day is April 6th, and early voting starts Monday, March 22nd. We would have went through our event itinerary. We would do a short welcome, tell you a little bit about SOS, go over the forum ground rules of engagement, introduce the candidates and allow them to have 2 minutes each to introduce themselves. And then explain the questioning procedures, begin the forum, and allow candidates to have closing remarks. And then we would close the forum ourselves as hosts of SOS. Here's a little about SOS, our rules of engagement. And this is the important part for tonight. So for the Rich Township government Democratic candidates, there are two parties that are running for the same position. So we have the Rich Township Integrity Party headed by Al Riley, and we have the Rich Township First Party headed by Calvin Jordan. This evening, or you'll see here that the titles that they potentially would be voted in for or elected for are next to their name with the incumbents listed there. And we have one candidate, Sam Brown, who is running unopposed. Everyone else has opposition in their race. So the Rich Township Integrity Party, headed by Al Riley, has not communicated with the SOS about interest in participating in tonight's forum, and also had not alerted us of any conflicts of schedule. Calvin Jordan, who was heading the Rich Township First Party, had reached out to SOS previously from earlier before today to request a rescheduled date due to a conflict that him and his slate had for an event that they committed to before we scheduled our forum tonight. We accommodated that request and added a forum to our schedule, and that will be on Monday, March 22nd at 6:30 p.m. also on Zoom. You can find the information to register for that through our Facebook page or via email if you reach out to us, and the email will be at the end of this video. None of the 15 total names that you see here for the Democratic candidates submitted the SOS candidate questionnaire that we sent out and invited all candidates to participate and to fill out so that we could get a better idea of the type of actions they plan to take when they're in office. And there are some details about that. So we did have a couple of candidates who did not receive the mailed questionnaire due to the post office, United States Post Office mail delivery delays. And so those candidates who did not receive our mailed questionnaire were still haven't actually as of 10 o'clock this morning. That would be Audrey Brunson, John Laliotas, Sam Brown, and Stephen Burris did not receive our mailed questionnaire. However, they may have received an emailed version of that just maybe a week after we sent that out. Let's see. And then we had one candidate who is Audrey Brunson, who requested the questionnaire, but did not complete it and submit it by the deadline. We had a couple of, three different candidates who did not receive our mailed forum invitation for tonight's forum that we're previewing right now. due to post office mail delivery delays. And those 3 candidates who did not receive that invitation for tonight's event were John Laliotes, Nicholas Bobus, and Stephen Burris. And so then we had one last note that we thought was important for the community to understand, that there was one candidate who attended previous SOS forums recently, just in the last week, or 2 weeks, I should say, and chose not to participate in their own forum tonight during this event here, and also didn't communicate about attendance or interest, and that was Arthur Bird Jr. So I'll move on. And so here's where we would allow any questionnaires respondents, candidates who did respond to our questionnaires, they would be given 1 additional minute to introduce themselves, to answer each question, and to have closing remarks at the end, had they submitted our questionnaire that we invited them to submit in order to have a little extra time as a benefit for submitting that questionnaire. They would have received that extra time as a thank you and a benefit of putting that effort in. So the questioning procedures, we would have had 3 pools of questions to pull from. They would have been off of that mailed SOS questionnaire, because of course not everyone may have filled it out. So we would pull some questions off of that questionnaire. We would also take pre-event questions that we requested and that might have been submitted online or via email from the community. And then there were none submitted for tonight, by the way. And then the pool 3 would be the questions that would be submitted live from the audience in the chat box in the Zoom function this evening. And so then we would allow candidates to have their closing remarks, and we would go ahead and close this event out. And so that's what we're doing here. So up next tomorrow, Sunday, March 21st, is our Park Forest Village Trustee Forum, and that begins at 5 o'clock. You can pre-register for that forum and receive the link to join the event by visiting bit.ly/pftrustee. You can look for this video that I'm recording now live on our YouTube channel, probably within the next 24 to 48 hours. You can subscribe and share those videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you'll find all of the previous forums that we have hosted recently and the ones that are coming up after they get posted. You can also email us at saveoursouthland@gmail.com with any questions, comments, or concerns, especially if you might have some questions for candidates coming up in forums that are tomorrow or Monday or any time after that. And if anyone, candidates would have participated this evening, and or audience members participating this evening, we always send a feedback survey into the chat box so that we can improve our function and logistics and the way that we hold these forums, so that we're always doing what the community is asking for and providing a good place for candidates and community members alike to talk to each other, get to know each other, and learn more about who they want to vote for. Thank you so much for your time tonight. You can find this on your the YouTube channel, like I said, in about 48 to 72 hours after today, and you will find the rest of the links to the videos that we've previously recorded for forums that we've already completed. Thank you so much, and have a great night.